currently wearing number 19, so that's Etty Lamb there. That's a nice short kick there, and taken well and belted there by Nick Valentine. Great counter ruck there, puts Avoca straight on the back foot. Can they force an early turnover?
Lakes just flooding the ruck there, weren't they, in numbers?
Yeah, trying to get it. It's Nathan Brown with a nice clearing kick there, but it's out on the full and it's taken back in. So Lakes here on the attack, 22 metres out.
So that looks a bit gusty on that far side. If you look at the touchies flag.
That is the world's biggest flag as well. That's about wider than his torso.
I think we've got Save Our Kids mental health flags, the new flags. So in conjunction with Lifeline, Central Coast Rugby this year came on board with Lifeline.
It's a nice line out win there and straight into the maul. Lakes. Avoca pull out there, but there's already one guy engaged. I hate that rule, eh? It really annoys me.
Yeah, it is annoying.
It's like, it's like not in the spirit of rugby. Like pull away from an attacking maul because you feel like you're going to get belted. All teams do it, but it shouldn't be an Avoca ball. It's just a terrible rule that needs to be stomped out.
Mate, never enough mauls in the game, I reckon. Haven't played with Carry On with some of those big boys.
They love them all.
Quite happy just to maul it from halfway.
So Avoca on the attack here. I think that scrum, it's on the line. I'm sure the 10's asked if it's inside or outside. Surely it's inside.
I looks inside from here.
Where's the touchy? Yeah, it's tricky. We're pushed over the line. For a clearance kick here. Not going to find touch just in case, and that's going to...
Nice kick.
Great kick.
Lucky bounce, talking left.
I do think the winger there probably needs to be better positioned and take that on the full. Sometimes those first nerves, you want to let it bounce till you've had a hit up or something like that, but Lakes should be attacking the ball around the halfway line at the moment. Lakes ball, look for them to go to the front to Nick Valentine. And that's one. Tom Starkey passes out to Etty Lamb. I'm going to know all this team's names and not the other. Etty Lamb takes
That's right, you can say some of those names, because I won't have hope.
So Tom Starkey gives it to his brother Connor Starkey. He's running very high there. Comes down. Lakes clean that ball out there. Connor Lawson with the run here, so it's a late inclusion. It was meant to be Ben Kafer starting. Paul Wilson with a midfield chip.
Bit of a midfield sideways chip there, it's out of the full.
Probably the wrong option there.
I think you'll blame the wind for that one,
Yeah,
but that was just off the side of the boot, I think. First grade boys pumped after last Saturday, Cole?
Yeah, pumped. They did lose their centre in that Colts game to 2 yellows. There's Luke Clarkson away. Loose. That's his biggest run of 8 years, that. Jerry Tikalampi there with the ball. Look for a nice offload off him. Connor Starkey knocks the ball on there. Lakes have to still play the game here. Still an advantage. Ball goes wide to Nathan Brown.
Intercept is on here.
Ross McNair, but there's no advantage.
I think that was the world's slowest intercept. I reckon I could have caught that one, Cole.
Yeah.
No, then again, maybe not.
Nah, I think you could have. From here. That's what I like to see, though, when you do have that advantage, to put a chip kick in, throw a speculator, do whatever, because it's pretty much a free play. Wait. Are you scoring? Yes. So Avoca on the attack here.
Probably look to go wide, do you think, here?
I think they'll bring in Hurst outside the outside centre and try and get him on a 2-on-1 with this winger. Fullbacks sweeping there. Let's see what they can do. No, Hurst is holding strong. No. Nathan Brown there, he's got a lot of pace. Played first grade for them, I think, when they lost to Terrigal in the grand final, but he's got some good experience there. And turnover to Lakes, so I think they've got to slow the ball. No, they're going to go fast.
Very good at arm action from David Hall, the referee then.
Perfect.
I don't know what it was, but he was calling something with his arms.
And is that a turnover to Avoca? Nope.
No.
Lakes ball. Gable Gardner drops the ball there, spills his lollies, but he's got an advantage for offside. So I don't think Lakes should go quick again. If I was their captain, I'd be taking the line, which they're going.
Looks like they're going to do.
No, it doesn't.
David Hall's bringing it back. Is that for offside, was it, Cole?
Yeah, offside. I think someone out wide.
He hasn't really moved it anywhere except just across in the middle of the field. Well, so they're just going to kick the other side of it.
Yeah. So Lake's line out's been strong so far, 1-2 from 2, and Avoca haven't had a line out just yet. So hopefully there's no crackling issues today.
No, I think it's better from what I've had the feedback I've been getting from the hecklers out there. Oh, that is not straight. But it's a play on. No, it's not. He's called it back. Did that throw go behind his players then?
Did the guy even jump?
No, what happened?
That's classic third grade. I was saying they should have taken the kick for touch. Maybe the scrum or the tap was a better option. So here, Avoca. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle in the first 5. It is pretty early. Players to watch for Lakes, probably your outside centre, Harry Perini, and your blindside winger or your short side winger at the moment is Saki Sevagon. Both of them have incredible pace and can tackle. Some good forwards in there as well as Wiremu Perini and Gable Gardner. Who do you like out of the Avoca side?
But the Avoca Dream Team, there's some old hard heads in there. Brooklyn Morgan's in at 5. The superstar on the bench has got to be Fars, Justin Staben. On the bench in 22. They'll be waiting for him to come in. Last time I think I saw him play might have been one of the rep games. And he's probably, no, I shouldn't say he was the least sober bloke to play, and I think he was coaching.
Was that the other year when Stu was coaching at Warnervale and they pulled him out of the crowd?
It was a trip to Port Macquarie, which we probably won't talk about.
No, he played in the grand final last year and scored the winning try.
He did.
That's his claim to fame.
Well, I heard he's the second best footballer in his family, though.
Yeah, he's got some kids now too, doesn't he? So maybe the
his wife's runs the Avoca girl side. Renee.
Yeah. And then the kids and him. He's dropped down. That's a maul there. Lake's turnover here. The Avoca guy laying in the ruck there. Surely he's got to get out of there. Connor Lawson here from... I think he'd let him play the advantage there. They had a 3-on-1 out wide, 3-on-2 out wide. So Lake's here, terrible last line out. Let's see if they can improve it. I bet you Jerry Tappan goes here. Feels like he's playing sevens. No, smart rugby. He's kicking from the long side. And
he's not going to get a touch. Oh, luckily.
That is lucky.
And that Plover again is back.
I think the Plover helped Lakes there because the winger was watching his back.
I don't know if it's coming up on the live stream, but that Plover, there's a couple of babies over there, and it is vicious.
Plover, sponsored by Lakes Rugby. They helped him out there a lot. So Lakes very deep here. They're about 15 metres behind their own line out. Let's see if they flatten up before they get the ball. Thanks for that fun fact, Richard. No idea what that was.
Bit of gibber from the crowd there. Oh, they've got a great line out.
Perini. Usually go to a more Lakes. They didn't. Etty Lamb here. What's he going to do? Hits Paul Wilson on the unders ball. Straight over there. So Tom Starkey goes to the blind side. Comes off the feet. Lakes losing metres here. I think they've just got to slow it down.
That's a great run. That is solid.
Yeah, so the 10's out. He's in the ruck. So look for the forwards to keep it tight until he can get back. Nick Valentine there. Tom Starkey hits the veteran Julian Campbell, the current ladies coach. And it's a turnover ball, so Lake's playing a bit too fast there. Look for Avoca to clear this. They're outside their 22. Shot ball there to Jake Wadley.
Jake Wadley. Solid.
So is that the Dream Team coach's brother, son, nephew, something?
Don't know.
So a little bit of bad discipline there from the Lakes, just trying to get that ball back. So they're going to tap in their own half here. Ben Robinson with the... What's he going to do? No, Jono Hurst is going to hit the line.
So like the Colts game, the winner of this game will go straight through the grand final in 2 weeks at Simcoe Stadium.
Terrigal, is that right?
Elizabeth Terrigal next week back here.
So Avoca's first attacking line out here. I cannot see who would jump in that team because they are all big human beings.
They are all big.
Maybe the back man is the 7. Eamon Powell, because he's probably the only person who can.
I think it'll be a front ball, maybe. But yeah,
was okay.
Save that somehow.
Advantage for offside. So look for Avoca to go down. They'll probably get a line out here about 25, 30 metres out if they choose to take it. But I do think it's going to be easy for Lakes to pick off because there's only one guy there capable of jumping.
Yeah, they've got a strong line out, I don't think. I won't dish him yet, though.
Yeah.
But certainly a lot of size.
Yes. Oh, no, there's a few. 7 and the 5, I think, would be their main jumpers.
So
I think
7's
they go
even
to the front
in
with
power.
this wind as well. Little bat back there by the 5.
Oh, good run and offload. Oh, he's a little chip. He's gone through to the winger. Collected by the winger, and he... Oh, jeez.
That was a great try there.
I don't know if he should have thrown that last one.
Yeah, I think the winger was in.
I thought he was over.
And the touch judge takes a fall as well. So Shannon's on his knees. So great
That's
try
always
there.
a classic when a touch judge falls over.
I think that was Sir Josh Parrish who may have scored that try.
It was Nathan Brown on the wing. I think he was over when he passed that, looked like.
To be sure, eh?
Yeah, so Lakes nil, Avoca Beach 5, kick to come. Just under 19 minutes to go.
Well, that's just bad discipline there by Lakes. They just piggybacked them down the field. Lakes are in good attacking, 2 penalties, good line out, and they're straight on the attack and scored a try. So look for some of the older heads out there, Brooklyn Morgan, those kind of guys to calm the boys down. Tell them to start again, I'd say. I think Lakes would be thinking just the ball's gold and they've just got to hold on to it a little bit better.
Won't be an easy kick in this wind either.
Picks up the grass, throws it to see which way the wind's going. If he aims for that right post, it should just sneak in. And that's what he does.
Yeah, it's got that. Good call,
kick there
Kyle.
by Nathan Brown. Good kicker. I think he's played a bit of league for Kincumber, Nathan, and played for Avoca in the past as well.
Shannon, touch judge, recovered from his fall and sprints to his position.
So Etty Lamb, I think if I was the Lakes, I'd probably want to send it long, play the game down that half.
I think you go deep.
Bit of a torpy. Great tackle by Wiremu Prinny. He's one guy to watch as well. He's probably about 60 kilos wringing wet, but he will tackle anyone. Bit of an ugly kick there, but a bouncing ball can do anything. Ross McNair here, hits and spins. He's by himself. He's got him around the neck, but he releases that. Lakes forwards are out on their haunches, turning around. Backs have got to do some hard work here for once. Luke Clarkson is ran straight by himself, and he's monstered there by the bigger man.
Number 3, Tim Newton, who's not related to the Newton who's not playing.
Is Clint Newton still playing?
Newton's, I've heard he's out with a hamstring injury. So
I heard a rumour that he only joined Avoca to help out all the league players being the boss of the Rugby League Players Association. That's just what I heard.
Which way was he poaching? I don't know.
To make sure they had their silk shorts.
There's a player down in back play.
Luke Clarkston, that is down. So I'd say Pierre O'Serry or Justin Platt will come on the field if he's no good. He looks in a world of hurt there. Lakes players on the attack, but their guys just look a little bit off the pace at the moment. So
having to punch it up, and he's smothered again.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop him. Oh, he's down. Wiremu Prinny, the captain, is down. Etty Lamb running by himself again. Lakes boys have got to back their mates up a little bit better here. But maybe look for a stoppage if there's a knock-on or a penalty here, because Luke Clarkston in back to play is not looking good. Surely the ref calls time here for a bit. So Lakes bring on P.O. Serry for Luke Clarkston. But I just don't know if they're going to get him off the field anytime soon. So there's no injury time in third. So the longer he's down, the shorter the match will be.
Looks like a bit of calf injury, is it? Got a thumbs up from the trainer. He's hobbling.
He does not look like a well boy. So Luke Clarkson, maybe just a stinger.
No, he's going to stinger, I think.
I think it's probably best for him to go off. If you're down for that long, he's pushing through. And he's straight into a scrum off being injured. So let's see how that goes.
Just what he wants.
Yeah. they have the penalty and they took the scrum option just to say, here you go, mate.
I know a lot of third grades are stacked with numbers. Like, it's even hard to get a run.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the Lakes are.
So we've left 2 or 3 out today.
Yeah.
We had 2, myself included. But it's pretty hard for me most weeks to play, having my Colts play first, addressing them after the game. Then by the time I get changed, it's half time.
So Blakes are reluctant to come off because they may not lose. Come back their spot the following week.
That's correct. So I guess that's just the point of leaving it all in the tank when you're out there.
Just screwed a bit that scrum.
Yeah. Ball was out there. I would have just played on.
Ball was out really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, third grade scrum.
Just get it over and done with.
Yep. Let's just get the ball in and get it out.
So who are you tipping today in Hornsby and Rimba in Premier 1? That's going to be a great game.
Well, Matty Hopkins, I co-commentated with the Colts game, but my heart says Hornsby. I can't go against Hornsby.
Yep.
They certainly need to pick up from last week. It was a bit of a dire game, that Premier 1 game, Hornsby and Avoca. That's a penalty, scrum penalty to Avoca.
And that's just another poor option, I think, by Lakes. You have a full-on penalty, you can lose the scrum. Just take the tap and go if you don't trust your line out.
Yeah, I think Hornsby really need to pick up from last week in first grade. That ball hasn't gone out. It's going to hold up to the wind.
Big loss for Arimba today with Toby Carver not being named. He's an electric fullback and he's out today by the team sheet in Premier 1.
Matt didn't give much away in commentary in Colts.
So it's a great tackle there.
Ball's gone out. He wants to play on, but it's out.
Great tackle there by Saki Sevagon. Pushed him over the sideline. Saki's a huge part of the Lakes Sevens program, winning. The Lakes have a separate Sevens program. It runs through the club, but we play in 5 to 6 tournaments a year, and he was the 2019 Sevens Player of the Year.
So there's a bit of pace out there for third grade.
Yeah, he does have a lot of pace. His defence is pretty solid as well, as we just seen. So Lakes very deep again here off the line out, and they lost their line out again. So
Lakes nil, Avoca Beach 7, 12 minutes gone.
Lakes struggling a little bit at the set piece today. They won their first 2, but they've lost everyone since. So
Except
that's a great
Jono.
kick. What's he going to do? He's going to
Not
run
out.
the ball. Let's see what he can do. It's not a bad run there. I think Lakes will be wanting to keep the ball in play as much as they can. Their line-out options haven't been the best so far. Connor Lawson there with a nice offload to Nick Valentine, who passes it.
That numbers out wide.
Paul Wilson here.
Still numbers out wide, just can't get it through.
Dixon. Out to Tom Starkey. Out to Harry Perini. No one will stop him from here, I don't think. Oh, great pass. Still play
He's
on.
offloaded. He's going to be stolen.
I called the mocker on him then, didn't I?
He caught it way too early, but they've got the ball back.
The guy who caught him was a hooker. Good work. I think Lakes just need to slow down.
Should have gone wide. Avoca Beach was scattered in defence there.
Yeah, number 12 out there for Avoca doesn't look well. He's at the outside centre channel at the moment, and he's limping. Connor Starkey looks to just slow it down. Luke Clarkson over the ball. And turnover there. Lakes penalty. Would you take the shot today? 73.
Probably not in this wind. It's just a bit unpredictable, this wind. It shouldn't be that hard, but I think I'd tap.
Yeah.
As they do.
Centre takes a big crash ball here. Paul Wilson, he pushes one away. It's a great phase there. I think the Lakes should probably just keep it in tight here. Gable Gardner is by himself. And his hands straight on the ball from Avoca. Nearly a turnover. Julian Campbell's there to clean up the scraps. Josh Renner, is he over the line? He's very close. Tom Starkey here looks for a runner. I think he'll hit the inside ball. Okay, what's it called here?
He's taking it back.
A 5-metre scrum for a forward pass? Or he's having to talk about some discipline? So...
I'm not sure if we see Scotty Moroney down there on the fence in his thongs and shorts.
Has to be real cold to get Scotty out of the thongs.
Has Scotty ever not went thongs to the footy? That'd be an
Rumour has it they're stapled to his feet.
It'd be an unlucky omen for Scotty to wear shoes, I reckon.
Yeah. Now, I've been told that the thongs are stapled to his feet and he can't get them off. When he goes to weddings and stuff, he has to buy real big shoes to get them over the top.
Great Blake for the Lakes Rugby. Great Blake for the Sunshine Coast Rugby, Scotty.
Yeah. Legendary. So look for Hurst to clear it out here. I think if I was the Lakes winger, I'd be calling my fullback to go for a quick line out here if it does go out, because the set piece hasn't been that strong in the line outs today. It's a great tackle there, Avoca on the back foot on their line. Lakes look for a quick turnover and they get it. Nope, advantage.
Advantage, Avoca. It's just a bit scrappy down there, isn't it?
Yeah. He's called Julian Campbell off his feet there, or Gable Gardner, one of the two. So Lakes Terrigal, that's going to be a game too. Like a really tight game in first grade. I think some of the Lakes boys will be pretty sore, but sometimes a week off isn't the best thing as well for Terrigal.
I think it'll be a quick game. I think both sides like to attack. I think Terrigal a bit more structured play, I'd imagine. You know, a lot of experience in that Terrigal side.
So Mitchell Hurst has been called up to first grade. He's been playing seconds most of the year. He's a first grade veteran. Just called into that 12 channel, and then they've put Eddie back into number 6. So Eddie's been playing a bit of 12 this year just for that bigger body. And Avoca away here. Doesn't even dummy, just goes straight through. Missed tackles there galore.
Maybe should have gone left, should have gone wide, I think, to link up with the winner.
See what Avoca do here with their experience. If they just slow it down, Lakes are all offside there.
Oh, great run from the 8. He'll go himself there.
And that is the number 8, Matt Hurd. A great try there to Avoca Beach.
Head down, just backed himself.
Look to see if the Lakes do any subs now. They've been going for 22 minutes. A few big boys out there looking pretty tired. A lot of hands on knees. And the Terrigal Premier 1 boys or 2? Premier 2 boys
Premier
coming in
2
now.
boys.
So they're pretty early if they're here for ones.
Yeah. It'll be a long day sitting around.
Yeah. So who do you think in the first grade game player of the match was between Arimba and Lakes last week? I think Arimba had a lot of good players and so did Lakes. It was a tight game. For me, I couldn't go past the Lakes hooker. He was everywhere, Tyson Wateni.
He was, yeah.
Plenty of tackles, plenty of turnovers. He did get a yellow card, but he was very strong in attack and defence.
I think the Lakes just took the pedal off a little bit, towards the end of that game.
Yeah, I
think... Gave, Arimba a real look in then. Yeah, there was that incident at the end which could have gone either way.
Yeah.
But I think the last 10 minutes, Arimba were attacking.
Just missed that.
Just missed that.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, look, Avoca, Arimba, that last try could have won them the game, which it probably would have. But after that, the Lakes defence was really good. Like, they were on their line for the last 6 minutes, copying it, and their defence just stood up to it. An 18-point lead. While it's big, it's only just over 3 tries and you're back in the game.
True.
The Avoca Hornsby game, I watched that back, that was a bit slow.
And I think we've fixed up the lights this week.
Yeah, I've been told
really
we'll be able
dark.
to see.
Still knocked back there.
It was Arimba's tactics last week to play in black jerseys so no one could see them.
I don't know how it looked on the live stream, but here it was really dark.
Yeah. It's a nice kick there by John O'Hurst. Ross McNair there. Brings it back, hits Thomas Starkey. He should pin the corner, but he goes wide. TJ Dixon there, he's isolated. Number 8's off his feet, hands on the ground, but the ball's out. Paul Wilson here, little tip onto Harry Perini.
Just punching down the short side.
I think that's what they need to do, just slow it down a little bit. It's a nice counter up there. A little bit of niggle in back play.
Yeah, nothing to that.
No, I'm good, bro. They won't let back in. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate.
So score is Lakes
See
nil,
what's that, yeah.
Avoca Beach 12. 5.5 minutes to go.
Avoca laying all over the ruck there. There's about 3 in there.
Fullback wasn't home.
Here.
John Hurst runs back now in a position. If they could have got that ball out quicker.
Did you see much of John Hurst play when he was playing first grade for Avoca? I've heard he was a very talented footballer, or
very
still
elusive
is.
Running, still is, yeah, very elusive. Not a bad bloke to have in third grade.
Yeah, yeah. I think last year when it was this game but in the minor semis, Jono Hurst was the main man, knocked the Lakes out pretty easily, scored 2 tries himself, kicked a few goals, I think.
I think he was playing that side when they won a few premierships.
Yeah.
Jono Hurst then.
Some of the greats, Sheridan, Fuzz, Mitch Graham.
Played against him in a few grand finals then with Carry On. That was it. Yeah, it was strong side for Avoca then, was it, Steely? In that.
I think back then as well, a lot of the players in a lot of the teams were from the area. Now you have a lot of guys coming in from all over the place and getting jobs and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Where look, I think they would be still on top in today's competition. They're a really good team. A lot of them went on and played country as well.
I think he saved that, because he was in the air.
Haven't they changed the rule for that?
If your foot's out when you catch it, it's considered you've taken it over.
Okay.
So if your foot doesn't hit the ground and you're in the air,
well, some great
then you can
athleticism,
play
wasn't
on.
it? Yeah. It's always a tricky one, that one.
I know Brad O'Hara was texting me with some rule updates throughout the Colts game, so
Thanks,
I think I've got that one, Stixie. I think you're right. Now they've changed it. If your foot's out over the line when you catch it, it's considered you've taken it over. Whereas previous years, then the ball's considered out before that.
A change there for Lakes. Connor Lawson coming off after 26 minutes for Liao Tupou. So look for some strong carries from Liao. Balls come straight out the back there. Tom Starkey to Eddie Lamb. Eddie Lamb runs it himself.
That's a solid run.
Very good footballer. He does drop the ball there though, so it's an advantage to Avoca. Lucky Avoca didn't play that wide because they had numbers. The second grade game will be a real cracker as well. Terrigal yet to drop a game this year.
Yeah, they, again, a lot of experience. Toddy Atkins, again, makes an appearance.
Threes, twos?
Ryan Metcalf.
What's he going to play next week?
Oh, he covers everything. And kick. Ryan Metcalf, he's been around for a very long time.
One player to look for, number 17 on the Terrigal bench, Sakopi Mayer. Current country halfback, I think, from the last year.
Would be in most other clubs. There's a break here from Avoca.
Nathan
Brown
left side. Sideline. Nice kick
kicked.
Out on the full.
But out in the full.
So I do believe Sakopi's had some knee issues this year, so he's only played a few games during the year, so he hasn't played much Premier 1. He has come off the bench, but he only started playing towards the back end of the season. That would be the reason he's not in Premier 1.
So Marley B was on the bench for twos. He had a great game in third grade last week.
He was best on ground last weekend.
Yeah, he's only young, just coming through their Colt system.
But then the Lakes 2 team as well, they know how to play finals rugby. They're not the back-to-back premiers for no reason. So it'll be a great game. They knocked out Terrigal last year and the year before, so. He's away, there's no catching him from here. That's in number 11, that's Nathan Brown. I think they've mucked it up a bit. That must be John Platter, because it is not Nathan Brown that scored that.
We haven't got the updated team list, so we're going off the program. And I know there's been a few changes.
Yeah, which there always is when they're meant to be sent for on Tuesday, and it's a big break between Tuesday and Saturday.
So the Lakes nil, Avoca beat 17. Kick to come. Just over a minute in this half remaining. What do you reckon, Lakes? Just need to control the ball a bit more, I think.
Yeah, I think they've just, when there's a set piece, they've just got to slow it down, tighten up. They've had opportunities to go well from there. They've had their opportunities in Avoca's red zone. Avoca's defence has held strong, but they're just not playing smart rugby at the moment.
I think it's far from over at 17-0, or even with the kick. If I was Avoca, I wouldn't be shutting the gate just yet on this game.
Well, you look at every try for Avoca, they've all been long-range tries.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Avoca have had no ball in the Lakes red zone, but they've all been over 50 metres. And that was a weird-looking kick, but he got
went
that.
through it. Look,
Yeah, Nathan Brown there adds the extras, so it's 19-0. Look, I think Lakes here want to try and get the ball back and hold the ball as long as they can. 17 seconds before half-time.
I think
try and get on the board.
I think Avoca will probably just catch it and kick it out.
Yeah,
so
if Avoca get the ball, probably smart thing is to send it out.
So a reminder, the winner of this game goes straight through the grand final in 2 weeks at Sunrico Stadium. Tickets will go on sale this week for that game. They've had a bounce.
Oh, it's a bit of a high tackle there. Avoca running
They're happy to run it.
Big fella. Oh, hit hard there by P.O.
Heavy contact. They're going to hold him up, are they?
So that's a
to rid the ball back.
That'll be half-time. The ball's not coming out of there. Even though Lakes would love the ball, but the ball is coming out.
It's going to be a turnover.
Somehow. Surely that's...
Avoca's still happy to run it. Yeah, it just runs in a touch. That'll be half-time.
Good tackle there. So half-time, it's all Avoca at the moment. Lake's certainly not out of the game. They just need to tighten it up a little bit. I think it has to be Luke Sheridan.
Well, I think Sheridan will be up there, wouldn't he?
Maybe Emil.
Emil will be there. Steely?
Anyone from Avoca.
Yeah. It's probably someone from before our time.
Do you know him? Said you're a good bloke. Thanks, Robbo, for the compliment, mate.
2 or 3 at the pub watching the game. As long as they're COVID compliant, Robbo.
It's good local venues putting the game on live. Like our sponsor, Budgie Soccer Club, last week put it on and had like 40 to 60 people there watching.
Awesome.
Cheering loudly.
It'd be much better, for the players, I think, to have a crowd here.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't have the same atmosphere. So it'd be much better to have crowds, but...
It's hard with no pass-outs too. The players can't come back either. So penalty to Lakes here. It's about 30 out. And Jerry Tico looks to take the quick tap and run straight at Fuzz. Let's go, Fuzz. Oh, misses him. I think he was glad he passed it there.
Bit of a size difference there, I think.
I think Fuzz is about the height of his hip. Liao Tupo here with a nice hit up. Rolls away. That's better footy. Gable Gardner. It's a little bit isolated, but the guys are coming through. Tom Starkey out to Eddie Lamb. Eddie Lamb wide to TJ Dixon. TJ Dixon wide to Harry Perini. Harry Perini offload to TJ Dixon. He takes the ball there. Avoca straight on it, but good clearing out there by Lakes.
Much better start from the Lakes this half.
So Connor Starkey with the hit up there. And he's hit pretty hard. I think Lakes have just got to reconfigure here. They've made good meters. Eddie Lamb goes wide, hits the feet of Jerry Tico. The big man who runs with the ball up in the air. Some great defence from Avoca there. Lakes are throwing a lot at him. Gable Gardner pushes in hard there. Turnover there to Avoca. Avoca ball. Look for Avoca to go wide here. There's a knock on there by Avoca. Wuramu Perini dives on the loose ball.
I think there's a few knock-ons there, but we're
Connor
playing
Starkey
on.
out to Eddie Lamb. They've got 3-on-3 here. Numbers are sort of slowed down there. Tom Starkey hits out to Jerry Tikalampi. Jerry out to Lau Tupo. Lau Tupo pushes away from one. He hits Pio Seru. Pio Seru out to Connor Starkey, and Connor Starkey out to TJ Dixon. Harry Perini held in the sideline there. Lakes are making meters. Harry Perini with the leg drive. He's gone about 6 meters there. Is that a maul? No,
it's on the ground, the ball's out.
Jerry Tikalampi there with another hit up. He's had about 4 in this last little bit. Connor Starkey goes wide to Paul Wilson. Paul Wilson out to Wuramu Perini. Wuramu Perini has been smoked there by the big fella. Gable Gardner takes a hit up here, runs at his mate Leafy. Tom Starkey out to Connor Starkey. Connor Starkey beats 1, beats 2, takes the tackle there. So Avoca defence is going well.
But I think this is what the Lakes needed, just maintain possession.
Yeah.
Just be a bit more patient.
Nick Valentine, a nice little run there. Out to Liao Tupo. Some good contact there. And the Lakes are getting more numbers to the rucks. At the start, there was one off running, like we've just seen that. I put the mocker on him. surprised not a penalty there. He's laying all over the ruck 2 times in a row.
They said numbers here. If they went wide.
The numbers both sides, really. It's a bit of a little...
There's a little push and shove in the middle.
I don't think Lakes can worry about that. They've just got to keep playing. Nick Valentine with a pick and go there.
Pick and drive here for sure.
Apparently the Terrigal boys love that call out just then. I got a message.
I'm sure Robbo's leading the charge on the drink there. Actually, I've got a message here from Robbo. He's going to shout the bar at Terrigal Pub.
Yep, I got the same message. Robbo said, happy hour on him for the next 3 hours. You're a good bloke, mate.
Is that over?
Try. Jerry Tickalampi there.
Great little run there.
So that's good phase by Lakes there. I reckon there's probably about 20 phases there.
Yep, I think they needed to score next. You know, if Avoca had scored next, you know, it's getting
probably
up over 20.
Over. Yep. So that's some great rugby there by Lakes. I think it's going to be some tired boys. We've got a substitution here. So we've got big Benny Kafer coming on the field. And who is coming off for him? I can't see anyone coming off.
So Lakes 5, Avoca Beach 19. 24 minutes to go. Kick to come.
Connor Starkey coming off here. So for Ben Kafer. Alan Reid and Regan Marsh look like they're about to take the field as well. So Lau Tupou subs for Alan Reid. TJ Dixon subs for Regan Marsh and Connor Starkey subs for Ben Kafer. So some subs there, 25 minutes to go. Still a few fresh guys on the bench.
This can be the trouble in third grade rugby when you've got a lot of players and you make a lot of subs. You can lose your continuity a bit.
Yeah.
You know,
I think one thing as well is being a coach as well. You do have to play your best team on the day and you do have to use your subs where required. But if players don't get on the field, I think they have to realise it's not personal. It's just what's best for the team.
I think semi-final rugby is a bit different.
Yeah.
You know, I know Terrigal throughout the year have been trying to even it up and give people game time. But I think semi-final, final rugby is about having your best side on.
I think the main thing is as well, if you don't get on the field or don't get as much time as you want, as long as your teammates get around you, make you realise that you're part of the team, you've helped get them there.
It's a squad mentality. When you know, when you win the grand final, winner's drink tastes a lot better.
Pio Seri takes the ball there off a bouncing ball. Watching Ben Kafer here to have a nice pick and go.
I would like to see Mac McNair get on the field.
401 games.
401 games.
Lakes look to go wide here. Oh, they're keeping it tight. Plenty of space in the far right corner if that can pin it there. Hurst is in the middle a little bit.
Hang on, we've got a bit of crack in the field there, I think. Those pants need to come up. That's a third grade game. Not sure you can see that on the live stream.
Jerry Tickalampi there takes another nice pick and go. Oh, knock on there to the... Nick Valentine's away. The guy who made the break, Nick Valentine, one of the nicest footballers in Central Coast Rugby. He will put a shot on you and then make sure you're okay for the rest of the game. Pick you up, say you're all right, mate, check on you at every scrum, say sorry.
Is that very untypical Lakes play? Actually, Lakes aren't that bad.
No, we're all right. I was going to say something, but I can't comment. You were good, mate. Yeah. We've got the second grade flanker here, Max Camden, before his game against Terrigal today. How you feeling, mate?
Yeah, good today. Good today. Getting ready to verse these guys.
Bit of a gap. Yeah. No, you go. Talk. So you're getting ready to verse the guys today, mate. Where do you think the game will be won and lost?
Mate, penalties is how we'll lose it today. Terrigal been undefeated all year. Great team. Going to be hard to beat. But last time we played them, I think the penalty count was 30-4 or something. So if we held on to the ball and not give away those penalties, we should be able to beat them.
Yeah, I think every semi-final so far this year, the team that has lost has been far worse in discipline. Like, it's a pretty average stat to say, but there's been lopsided penalty counts and the teams on the other end of it have lost. So I think discipline's a major factor in semi-final football.
We've been working on it, mate, and hopefully, we'll have good discipline today and get up.
Yep. Thanks, mate. Speak to you later.
Thanks, boy.
Oh, Paul Leaf is away. Does he score? Pop pass to Fuzz.
Fuzz
the
scores.
little man.
Great try to Avoca.
That's something you would have seen in 2008 first grade.
Look at that.
Leafy to Fuzz. So they break their hearts here again. So there's a 19-point deficit with kick to come.
Could that be those changeovers from the Lakes? Just too many in one time, you reckon? Just losing a bit of continuity there?
I think while they tried to play tight, I think the option probably was to pin this corner, play the game down the other end of the field. Because in thirds there is a lot of missed tackles.
Yeah.
And if you do it in your own red zone, there's going to be points. And the big fella's off. I think he's coming off. You know he kicks goals. I've seen him kick goals and slot them. One of his videos went viral last year on Mad Monday. Kicked a goal from 40 out, the piston down range, slipped over, and it went over the post to win the game. Viral video.
Who's that for Avoca?
Tim Newton?
Tim Newton? Timmy Newton?
He's wearing number 25, but he started at prop. Or Andrew Smith.
What an effort. Yeah. He's played all game. He looks absolutely beat. He's gassed.
So number 3's just come on. That might be Tim Newton.
I think that's Tim Newton, I think.
Andrew Smythe just come off.
I don't know.
They're all big boys.
So, successful conversion. Lakes 5, Avoca Beach 26.
Is that Josh Meadham, number 2? I don't recognise him with long hair. Saying he's wearing number 2. He looks unrecognisable with long hair. Fash. Very experienced finals player as well. Oh, great tackle there and a knock on.
Bit of a bobble and knock on there.
So Harry Perini.
Legal tackle.
Wiramu Perini here. What's he going to do? So it'd be close to being an advantage over here. Jerry Tikalampi there pushes through. Lakes are in good field possession, but they're penalty.
Don't know what that was from.
Offside. So when he knocked it on, the Avoca player picked it up. So accidental offside kind of thing there. So he's going to pin the line. He finds touch about 10 out. I'd look for a trick play here. Little front man turns around, catches it before the 5. Easy way to win the line out. But Lakes must win this line out if they're any chance of getting back in the game.
I can actually see them all coming on.
They have the size to do it.
If they could set them all.
Look for the ball to go to Nick Valentine. Or no, Wiramu Perini, and he loses it. So not what the Lakes want there. Knock on as well. So the set piece is just letting them down today. But it's Avoca are getting.
It's taken out low.
Was it late or just low?
I don't think it was late. It's.
And Lakes
I need
penalty.
to reverse the penalty of the Lakes. Back chat.
So here, if I was Lakes, I'd probably want to go. Ooh, he was way off the line there. I was going to say I'd want to go scrum, maybe get backs on backs. Out. Bit of feeling starting to get into it. The Avoca guy's going to go.
What's he going to go his pocket?
Benny Kafer giving him a clap for his travels. I'd probably go a scrum here now. They've lost a prop. I think that's Tim Newton.
Is that Tim Newton who just went on?
Andrew Smythe or number 25. I don't know.
I don't know. He's the Avoca prop.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the right option there, but we'll soon see. I think a scrum would have been all right with the prop off. Get backs on backs. And that's a try there to Ben Kafer.
Has he got it down?
Yeah.
Held up. Dave's got his head down there. I think he's called held up. He's going to go back for a 5-metre scrum.
Well, that's what. Let's see what Avoca do here, because I haven't ran a prop on. They just ran a sub on with no one coming off without going through the 4th official, so he's got to get off the field.
That's not going to happen.
They're just going to have to go. You can't do that.
Well, they need to drop one off.
What happens though if they don't drop one off? Is it another yellow? if they get caught with too many, or is it the
I
captain
don't
that
know.
has to go off?
Where's Stixie? I'm sure he'll text me if he's still listening.
So they've dropped they haven't dropped anyone off. It's a shambles
they haven't
here,
put
and
a front rower on
the
though, have
clock's
they?
still going down. So got to be better in this aspect.
Someone's on. He's off. He's
Number
on.
7's
the
off
flanker,
the back, so they've dropped the flanker.
which
so
would
it's all
normally
sorted now.
do, and it must have been a hooker who went on.
Yeah, I think so. Waterhouse, I'm pretty sure his name was.
Yeah.
He's the one that stopped the Plovers last week. He was the ball boy from Avoca that made the Plovers go over to the tennis courts.
Owen's down there as ball boy again.
Short arm to Avoca for an early push from Lake, so that's
disappointing for Lakes,
and
isn't
then
it?
he's offside again,
Yep.
so
They'll go wide.
the try scorer from the first half. It's a good run there.
They're going to try and hold him up here.
His knees are on the ground, the Lakes are going to
That's right.
release.
He just dived over the 13, I think, off his feet. The ref hasn't got that. It looks
Nick
like a
Valentine
weird
with the
turnover.
Great turnover. The 13's laying in the ruck. He has to get out of there.
Yeah.
And it's a penalty to
Avoca.
The 13 was just laying there. Didn't even attempt to move.
Not that you're biased, Kyle.
I just don't understand how Lakes can be penalised for not rolling away when they had the ball. They got the turnover. The fullback's still sore from that kick. Look, I think it's going to take
Avoca looking to be gassed. They got a few players down.
Yeah.
A few players sucking the big ones in.
Avoca is just that structured team. I'm sure they'd be premiership favourites.
Well, I know about the Terrigal boys sitting back in the pub listening to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the texts will start coming in now.
It's hard to see Terrigal at third after losing one game.
Well, that hasn't gone out.
Lakes guys are just, they don't even look
critical
like
error.
they're awake. That could have just bounced out then. They weren't even watching. Sevagon here. That's a good run, but his teammates aren't there.
There's still, John O'Hurst is still down in back play. They haven't stopped the game for him. And he's on the field.
I hate to see a box kick or something hit them because that's where they would kick to the space.
He's still down there. Yeah,
Oh, he's up.
He's hobbling back up. Lake's 5,
and he
Lake's
tackles
26. He's made a tackle.
That's a bit high there.
Jerry?
Jerry Tickalampy, yep. Tom Starkey hits Ben Kafer. Ben Kafer with the big
Oh,
dummy.
world's biggest dummy.
Usually does it between his
Fooled
legs
no
as
one.
well. And he releases
Was
the
it
ball
work,
and
though?
goes again. And he gets penalised for not getting to his feet. So he released the ball, but he was still on the ground before he ran. So
Lake's 5, Avoca's 26. 13 minutes
Avoca
to
don't want to get their
go.
player off the field, do they?
No. They've got 1,000 subs.
That went forward. I think the Lakes are a bit lucky there. That's a bit high, was it? Nope. Fair call by Dave Hall.
It's starting to get really scrappy this game now, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's came off the field, but I can't see a substitution going on for him yet.
So it's John O'Hurst,
Paul
the
Wilson
fullback's
out
come
to
off.
Eddie Lamb. What's Eddie Lamb? He's got his winger there. He does a little goose step. Doesn't trust his winger there.
So they
to pass
still
him the
haven't
ball.
replaced the fullback. So they're actually two
Who's-
players down.
Who
One's
replaced the
still in the
fullback?
sin bin. No one yet.
2, 4. Slight knock on there.
Yep, so the 6 has come on now. And the 16's also coming on, so I'll have to take one more off, I think. They've still got one in the sin bin. So the 16 is Ben Barrington, but I think they should have one to
I
come
can't.
off.
It's so hard to see with the scrum. So let's count numbers. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Brooklyn Morgan's coming off. So that makes it all normal now.
So getting a text from H. I think, as you said, he's out of hospital now.
I think so.
Yeah. His girls won last week, so they're still alive, and we'll play the loser out of the Hornsby Terrigal girls game
So the Avoca,
today.
Avoca scrum here, only 7 in the scrum. They're playing without an 8 because he's in the bin. Their prop's in the bin. See if the Lakes can get a good shove here. Ball's
Scrappy
out,
ball out.
and a penalty to Lakes. So Lake's down by 21 with 10 minutes to go. I think they need to score here. Ball's been kicked away by Avoca.
What'd you do, scrum?
They've marched them
They've
10.
marched
I would
them.
definitely
I
scrum
would
now.
scrum now. You got the numbers.
Scrum and look for Jerry Tikalampi from the 8 to pick and go. Nope, Ben
Taking the
Kafer
tap,
with the hit
Kafer.
up. He's over one. Meadham straight on the ball there. Has he forced a turnover? No.
No.
Tom Starkey out to Nick Valentine. Great tackle there. Lake's on the attack here. Can they get the ball out? Ball to Paul Wilson. I think this is where the experience of guys like Paul Wilson has to come in. Julian Campbell, those kind of guys, and get the younger guys over the line.
Ball's still at the back. Jerry just hanging out a bit wider. It's going to get him at some stage, isn't it? Good thing.
Watch for when it's up to him. He'll have his hand in
No,
the
they're
air
going
like
left.
he's
They're
a
going to go
helicopter
wide. They're
spinning
going to
around.
go wide. They have got numbers if they keep going.
I think the winger's done something to 10 because he will not pass him the ball. I think that long ball was definitely on there.
I think
for
it
a
was
try.
on, definitely on.
Yeah. Paul Wilson here with the ball. Lake's advantage again. You'd think maybe one or two more infringements, you'd maybe be another card. Ben Kafer
he's
now
going
with the
himself.
try.
But he's had some good runs since he's come on.
Yeah, he's a great player. He was
Yeah.
meant to start today and got here after kickoff. You know the reason why? Couldn't find footy shorts.
I'm not going to make a comment about
Went
that.
to Rebel Sport to buy some, and we have about
I was gonna
30
say,
pairs downstairs.
surely the Lakes would have had spare shorts for him.
Phone call would have been nice to ask. He didn't ring. He didn't ring to ask.
I'm not picking the size, but they're not going to be small shorts.
I think he's gas. He's looking to the sideline, but if they're any chance of winning, I think they need to keep him
They're
on.
going to keep him on.
So, conversion to come. Looks like it'll be Lakes 12, Avoca 26. 2-try buffer. 14 on the field. And Ben Kafer's coming off.
Job done. Scored the try. Take me off.
So, look to be replaced by Justin Platt. That is the worst thing I've ever seen. So the ball fell off the tee there. Avoca went and picked it up. Lakes weren't knowing the rule. And
Okay, words from Larry there on the sideline.
did you just see what happened?
I saw something happen on
So
the
the ball
tee.
fell off the tee. The Avoca guy took one step. The Lakes guy tried to put it back on the tee instead of taking the drop kick. The Avoca guy come and picked it up off the tee again because
Play
the
on.
charge had already started. Yeah,
Go on.
so Lakes player didn't know the rules there. He would have nailed the drop kick from in front, and now it's a three scoring
Yeah.
difference again.
That's
so
costly.
that is very costly. Went from being 14 down to 16 down. Surely,
And that's probably that wind too, that gusty wind.
Surely goal kickers should know the rules, though.
Oh, you would hope so.
Nick Valentine here. He's been very good today. Tom Starkey with the intercept.
Oh, intercept. Oh, that could have been fuzz for his second. Now, I take that back what I said earlier about Fuzz being the second best footballer in his family.
Still the second best.
With Renee being a better footballer.
Well, if he got that, he
Almost-
could have stepped up. Lakes are very lucky there.
I think they would have shut the gate if Avoca had scored then. 7 minutes to go. Lakes 10, Avoca Beach 26.
So the next stoppage, look for the Avoca player to come back on the field. The Avoca number 3, and I think they'll bring that hooker back, or they might leave him on. We'll see what they're going to do. Very ill-disciplined by Avoca. They're going to set one goes on, one coming straight off.
Yeah.
So Meadham
He's
is off the
calling
field.
him out, yeah.
Do you think that's a warning or the card? He's giving him
it's just a warning.
Yeah.
I know David Hall doesn't mind giving you a card quite quickly, but I think that's the right decision. I don't think
Lakes
it's a card
really
offence.
not backing their line out if they're running it in their own 30. Tom Starkey out to Pio Seru.
That's it was a steal, but
Good
it was play
turnover
on.
by Alan Reid. A bit of a back slam there, and he drops it.
Intercept.
There's a bit of a push and shove here. The Lakes players got to get back in the game. That's a great... Oh, it's
going to go too long. That'll come back to the scrum.
Yeah, I think the Lakes player reacted there to a back slam. I don't think there was anything illegal in it. It was just a bit of a rough play.
Just a bit of push and shove, nothing much of that.
The
3 is back on after his sin bin.
And look at this specimen going on the field. Pink boots, short socks, no number, and a mullet.
Who is this for the Lakes?
Who knows, but I hope he can play rugby.
And I'm sure Kate has qualified him. No idea who he is. A pair of socks would be nice.
He's probably...
Of some sort. What's going on, Kyle? You got
his
plenty
name's
shorts.
Josh Renner. He would lose his head if it wasn't screwed on, so he's probably going for about 6 pairs of socks.
He's probably taking Kofi shorts and socks.
So look for him to make an impact, but 5 minutes left. I think that goal's going to be too costly if they do score any more here. So Nick Valentine coming off after a well-earned spell. Oh, Eric Volmerhouse on the field as well. He's gone out to the wing. It's a small knock onto the Lakes there.
And that's Matty McNair coming on?
That's Matty McNair coming on. Eric Volmerhouse is on the other wing, so that brings the age up.
How old is Matty?
Matty would be about 44, and Eric on the other side, the other wing, would be about 46. Hope he put some sunscreen on his head.
But he's brought the weight down, though.
Yes. So Matthew McNair subs for his brother Ross. 4 minutes left. Lakes need to score next. Avoca haven't had much ball this half. It's been all Lakes.
It has been all Lakes, but they just haven't managed to really get over the line, have
like
they?
they're running it out of their own half. They're not kicking, and set pieces have been pretty poor. There's been some outstanding players for Lakes as well. I think none better than Jerry Tickalampi.
Mate, he's been going all day, Jerry, hasn't he? But he's also been around for a long time, hasn't he?
So we've got a penalty there from some of the old props intentionally wheeling it.
Yeah.
Kick for touch is good. Plenty of heads down for the Lakes boys at the moment. It looks like they've got a date with Terrigal. 3 minutes 50 to go.
Who Terry would have preferred to play next week. But Avoca, at this rate, will go
beat
through.
them 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah. Avoca will go straight through the grand final in 2 weeks' time at the stadium. Oh, that was a nice line out. He's knocked it on. Yeah, he's got that as a knock on.
So is there a big gap between the games? Because neither second grade team are warming up and this match finishes in 3 minutes.
Let's have a look. Premier 2 will kick off at 1:20. So there'll be about a half-hour gap.
Saying the footage is blurry. Let's check my YouTube. So Lakes get an attacking scrum here. They haven't kicked all day, so I don't think they'll kick now. I really think they need to get early ball out to the outside centre, Harry Pruney.
They want to go wide. They want to run it, I think.
So they went to Harry Pruney.
Well picked up, Kyle. Good call.
Tom Starkey out to Julian Campbell. It's a great tackle there by a small man on big man. Alan Reid, absolutely
runs it on
monstered.
big man.
A lot of courage to take that hit up. Not too many brains.
I don't think he was running into a solid wall, though, I don't think. I think it was
pretty
too hard.
Pretty cushioned.
There's a lot of padding there. I'm going to say, Avoca haven't been really rattled in defence, have they?
No.
They have managed in open play, to back themselves and cover those runners.
Gable Gardner, he's been everywhere today as well. Here he comes, the man with the mullet, Josh Renner. What can he do?
Oh,
yeah, I'll take him now. Next week. What an insult.
Are we going to say Larry's called this? Handing you the tickets for
Larry
next week, Kyle.
This, so it's another penalty to Lakes. Jerry Ticko takes another pick and drive there.
So I think Larry's right. Avoca will go through. Is out the full.
Yeah, penalty advantage. That's what you want to see. Just have a little crack. Where's the ball boys with the ball? Oh, there he is. He has no idea, and he'll probably get pinned here for tapping in front of his player.
So there's only a minute to go, minute 14 seconds to go.
There's a knock on there by Lakes. I think it's a story of their day today.
I think you're right. I think they'd have to play better than this to beat Terrigal next week.
Yeah, I think in tight, it's been a pretty even game. Just Avoca have scored those long-range tries. I think every try today from Avoca has been a long-range one. It's been an arm wrestle in the middle, but it's just too classy out wide, Avoca.
And loose possession by the Lakes, I think. Just exactly not securing that ball.
Johnny, did you do your app?
So 30 seconds to go. Fuzz will feed this scrum. I think they'll just hold the ball and eventually punch it out, I think. So tickets.
That's forward.
Oh, jeez.
Not advantage. Oh no, he put his arm back down, so I don't know what he called there.
Tickets for the grand final go on sale this week. Just waiting on time that they'll go on sale.
Limit of 4,500.
4,500. I think you can buy up to 10 tickets.
So I do encourage people to go out there and buy as many tickets as you can, because, look, Central Coast have put this on for a cost. They've waived every club's fees immediately. This is the only way of making any money back. So encourage your players to go down and buy some tickets and support Central Coast Rugby.
That's a win to Avoca. Avoca beats 26. And we'll let Larry do the talking.
I'm out.